Good morning, guys. How are you today? I'm actually doing well. I'm excited about this semester and very excited about the opportunity that I have to teach this class on understanding Christianity. Now, guys, I can't wait to meet you guys in the classroom. But as you know, because of the coronavirus, mainly in our beautiful city of Daegu, we're not able at this time to meet face to face. And this is critical because this class is a class that will suscitate in you guys a lot of questions. And I can't wait to be in the classroom with you guys where we have these interactive moments where you guys can come up with questions. I will have questions with you guys. I hope it's going to be really, really, really a great time. I'm so excited to have this class with you guys. But today we're starting our first online class, but it's only the syllabus. So next week I will be sending you the notes on the CTL. What you need to do is to go to my page and download the PowerPoint presentation. But let's go down to the subject here. Just couple of rules, just general information about the class here. So uh, what do we have? Let me just have something here. Okay, so these are like the general information. The title of the class is here, the course code. It's a mandatory class here at Keimyung University. And most of you guys, and I think if not all of you, are freshmen. All right. So welcome to Keimyung University. Welcome, welcome. And I see here the class is mainly for the students at KAC. Keimyung Adams College, international business, first year students. All right. Welcome again to understanding of Christianity. So we'll be meeting only once a week. However, if you check the time, we're meeting from 9 a.m. to 10:50 a.m. So this is what I would like to do for the class. Really at the first hour, 50 minutes. Just go through the lecture, and then the second part will be a form of Q&A where we have a topic, we discuss about it, we answer questions. I'm sure you guys will have a lot of questions. I will have questions for you guys, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Of course, we'll have some assignments too, just into basic understanding of Christianity. There is nothing really extraordinary there. So now, for those who don't know me, my name is here. It's pretty long. Brice Wilfried Obiang-Obounou. My email. This is my Keimyung University email. All right. This is my Keimyung University email. But you can also send me an email to my Yahoo email. If you want an answer right away, because most of the time I have my cell phone with me, so I will likely receive your message immediately. And if I'm available, if I'm not in class, I will do everything possible to answer to your need. All right. And once we're in the classroom, guys, if you see the light in my office, just come in, knock. And if you want to see me, you have my office phone number here, and you have my cell phone number. So you can actually text me anytime. Usually from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. You can send me a text message, and I will make sure that I attend to your need immediately. It's a very, very important topic, guys. We're going to look at worldviews, not only Christianity, but we're going to also look at different worldviews. So I was very, very, very excited when I was asked to deliver this material, especially for young people. This is the best time of your life. This is a critical time of your life. This is the time where you really need to know who you are. Really, a time where you really have to weigh in and really see, is this true? In the basis of what shall we say this is true and this is not true? So we will have these open discussions. I'm so excited. Some of you may have seen I'm actually a nutrition professor at Keimyung University, but having the privilege to come and teach this class on Christianity is the best gift so far on campus. I'm excited. I can't wait to meet you guys in the classroom and just have these interesting conversation with you guys. All right. So let me just see here. All right, let's just go to the next page. Outline objectives of the class. Very simple. Uh, like I told you guys, it's a mandatory subject of Keimyung University. All right, our university was founded on the basis of Christian spirit. All right, so we want to really understand Christianity, and at the same time we have to stay open. All right, we have to stay open to the different worldviews that are out there. All right, we have a plurality of worldviews, but that is the beauty of being at the university. One of my faraway mentors that I watch a lot, I follow a lot, his name is Dr. Ravi Zacharias. He often say that university means unity in diversity. All right, we are all different, but we are here unified, common goal. So it's going to be really a great moment. I can't wait. So what are we going to look at in this? Number one, we're going to explore the worldview and spirit of Christian scripture in history. What is Christianity? And we'll focus really in the persona, as you know, of Jesus Christ, right? Who is he? Who did he claim to be? And things like that, and really verify things historically as well. And so you can, at the end of the semester, really have your own opinion and really make a decision for your life in terms of really who you are and if you really want to follow Jesus Christ or not. But at the end of the day, the decision is yours. But it's exciting that we will not only look at Christianity, but we'll also look at different worldviews, right? So study a variety of religion, including Christianity, right? That's what I mean. So I'll present to you the different worldviews that we have there, right? We have Hinduism, Buddhism, we have Islam, and we also have different groups such as atheist, right? Non-existential of God. But then we ask the question: Can man really live? Can man really live without God? Is there a God? In the basis of what do we say there is a God? So these are very, very interesting and challenging questions that you, as young believer, you need to answer. All right, not necessarily me, but for yourself. All right. Number three, we try to find a way of life in a multicultural society, and that, guys, it's very important. And Korea itself today is now a multicultural society. We have people coming from all over the world. Myself, I was born in a small country called Gabon in central part of Africa, and when I was a teenager, I moved to Canada. Over there, I gave my life to Jesus Christ, and I stayed there for 10 years, and went back to Gabon for 3 years, and then I found myself here in Korea. I've been here for 10, 11 years, maybe. I have to double check that. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe, yeah, 11 years. Can you believe I've been here for a while? Oh my gosh, but I can't still speak Korean. So, but I tell you what, we live in that multicultural society. Then we will ask ourselves the question, what is culture, right? A group of people with a certain way of living, with certain habits. Even food is culture, right? If I ask you what is your favorite food, some people will tell me it's kimchi, or some people will say, and I say, why do you eat kimchi? Oh, because kimchi is delicious. Is it because kimchi is delicious? Or is just because when you were young, your mom trained you to eat the spicy vegetables called kimchi? So all these things are very, very important for us to understand who we are, right? Culturally, our identity, and what Christianity is all about. Are all the religions the same? Are they fundamentally the same? Or are they fundamentally different and superficially the same? So all these questions, I'm sure all of you guys have, and we talk about some of these things, the question of suffering that we have in the world, why suffering, the question of slavery, any question that you may have, do not hesitate, to come, because we'll have that time to really engage ourselves in the truth. And then the question is, what is the truth? What is the truth? All right. Can all truth be the same? Can we say this religion is true? This religion is true? See, if all religions are true, then it's a problem. So, but anyways, we're going to look at all these things, and at the end of the semester, hopefully you will have a better understanding of Christianity, and that is my goal. All right, that you can objectively look at different worldviews. You look at different worldviews, and then you come to make a decision, right, for yourself, and really decide what you want to follow. All right, guys, like in all my classes, guys, we have rules. We have rules, all right? But very, very simple. I hope that you attend all the classes, because this class is like 2 credits. You're going to get some grades. Even the grades are not the most important thing for me. Really teaching is my passion. And I hope that you will feel it and you will really understand it. But attending classes are very important, not only for the grades, but for yourself. For yourself. And for those who may miss the class for whatever reason, there's somehow penalty or 1% of your final grade, right? So just come on time. But if, for example, you are sick, medical reasons, family reasons, and there is no problem. Just send me a message, and we'll sort it out. It's not a big deal. All right. So just remember, if you come to class 15 minutes after, that will be considered not like late, but basically absent. So watch it out, please. Probably have like a small assignment, nothing really difficult here. But late assignments, because other people will have, be bringing their assignments on time, then you understand that the small penalty may be applied there too. All right. So bring the required material to class. I will be uploading every week what we're going to see. So you will have a time to go through the material before we come to class, so that when we come in class, you are more prepared. The class is more interactive, and hopefully you can actually have a great experience. Now, I put this on the bottom. All class functions will be conducted in English. I put in all my classes. But for you guys, do not worry. The Keimyung Adams College, the program is fully taught in English. And I'm actually sure that your English is way better than mine. So don't worry about that part, but it's often good to remind that. All right, guys. So now, the references. I use two main references. I got some training. I actually got some trainings from the Ravi Zacharias International Ministry, the Ravi Zacharias Academy. I get some certificate there on Christian worldview, Christian training. So some of the material there will be presented in class, and I will distinguish clearly. And also this book from John Stott called Basic Christianity. I have a few chapters there as well, and just some of the other elements from my own thinking. But it's gonna be you guys really at the end of the day making the class. All right. Now, evaluation. Not the most exciting thing to talk about. However, attendance is very important, guys. 20%, right? Attendance is very, very critical here. Assignments, 10%, right? Exam number one, midterm exam, 30%, and the final exam, 40%. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. Okay. Now, the content, what we will be seeing during our 15 week. I'm not sure we go to the 16 because we start the semester a little bit late, and I think government is going for 15 weeks. I'm gonna present to you a little bit what we have. So let's look at it. So today is the first week, just the overview of the syllabus, right? So nothing fancy, nothing special. But from tomorrow, before you actually we actually get into the class time, I will be sending you the PPT, so you have a time to read, a time to prepare, and maybe time to write some questions down. Always come prepared, all right, guys. Always come prepared. So now the second week is where things will really start. We'll start really look at worldview as a concept. Everybody has a worldview. Everybody has a worldview. Everybody sees the world in a different light. All right. So that will be a great time now to really see as well, what is your worldview? All right. What do you think? How was the earth made, and what is your conception of life? Is it a big bang? Is there a creator? And this is where we're gonna see on the third week, right? Creation and design. Do you think that the world was created as a big bang, or do you think that there's a designer behind it? So we have that interesting conversation. And I often say, if you go to a place, you find a perfect triangle, things put in a very nice way, then you ask yourself the question, is it an accident, or somebody was there and put things in that specific order? So we're going to look at these things. Creation and design is the word coming from the Big Bang Theory. There is a creator. All right. I'm sure, because I'm teaching this class, of course, you understand that my worldview based on Christianity. I believe that there is a creator. I believe that there is a designer. All right. And believing in that, then I ask myself the question on our fourth week, can man live without God? Because we believe that there is a creator. Okay? We believe that there is a God. And we believe that there is a God. Can man live without God? And even for those who don't believe that there is a creator, Can they live without God? That is, so then we're going to look at different critical questions that I actually got from Dr. Ravi Zacharias. We ask about the question again of question of origin, where I'm coming from. All right. We ask the question of morality. What is morality? We ask, is this is good or this is bad? And then in the basis of what we say that this is good and this is bad. All right? Question of morality. What I'm doing, is it right or wrong? But who decide that this is right or this is wrong? All right? And the third question, a question of meaning. Does my life has meaning? What is my life's purpose? What am I doing here on the earth? Why am I going to school? What do I want to achieve? Even when I get all these degrees and recognition, what is really my purpose in life? And as a young person, a young man, a young lady, these are questions that we ask ourselves. All right. And after the question of meaning, the last one is the question of destiny. All right. If we ask, oh, what happened to me when I die? What happened to me? We've been talking about the coronavirus, and we know some people have been dying, right? They died before their time. But the question is, where are they going? Is it just the end? Or there is something else? So we're going to look at some of these critical questions, and we ask ourselves, can man really, really, really live without God? After answering this question, then this is when we will now enter into Christianity. We will ask, why Jesus? Why Jesus that we also call the Christ, Christianity, the Messiah, the Son of the living God? The claims of Jesus, who did he say that he is? Why did he call himself the Son of God? If there is a God, of course. What were his teaching? And then you see, now we have to investigate Jesus deeper. We have to look at the character of Jesus. But look, we are not only putting Jesus in court and examining his character. Remember that this class also look at different worldviews. We also have to look at the character of the different leaders behind the existing major worldviews that we have presently in our society. So this is actually a very critical time that we look at the persona of Jesus. Who did he say that he is? And then we investigate the character of Jesus. And at the end of the day, that Jesus Christ also said that he resurrected, meaning that after he died, 3 days later, he came back to life, as he said. So we look at the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Remember, the gospel has no meaning if Jesus Christ never resurrected. Therefore, the Christian will be preaching a false gospel. So Christianity is at the center of it. Hold into the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Because he claims that he laid down his life and he takes it back. He came back to life. Everything that he did, we will look at it. what does the resurrection of Jesus Christ means to me and to you? All right. So we look at that, and after the resurrection of Christ, we'll have a small exam, right? Nothing really fancy here. We look at worldviews as a consecration and design can man live without God. So all these first chapters, we go to our midterm exam, multiple choice questions. All right. Usually the way I do my exams, we have three parts. All right. The first part, we have multiple choice questions. All right. A, B, C, D. You just have to circle the right one. The second part, equally easy, is true or false. All right. Did Jesus Christ say that he is the Son of God? True or false? True. All right. So very simple thing. And the third part, the last one, this is just the writing part. I'm not going to ask you to write a thesis. These are just like basic basic questions. All right, where you just have to write the answer. Okay, so it's not going to be something complicated in my opinion. So at the 8th week, we should have that exam. Just careful here. It's possible that we have our exam the 7th week as well, depending how the semester is going. I know the university is changing our academic calendar. So it's possible that we don't necessarily have the exam at the 8th week as we usually do. It's possible that we have that at the 7th week. Then the resurrection of Christ will sit at the 8th week. We'll just be flexible about it. As you know, it's a challenging semester, and in that challenging semester, what we need to do is just to adapt. All right, with a good spirit, everything will be all right. So, and we talk about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. We look again at the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. These two chapters are almost the same, but it will be very, very important to actually have both of them well understood. This is why I'm thinking that the midterm exam can be come before this one, so that we study these two parts actually together. Now, after that, this is where it's going to be interesting again. Now we will talk about the problem of evil and suffering. All right. Why suffering? Why do we have evil in the world? Why is God allowing evil things to happen? Why people sick? And some of these difficult questions that we sometimes have. All of us have these questions. Maybe some of us have lost their loved ones. We lost our relatives, or brother, or sister, or mother, or father, or cousin, or somebody we care about. You know, Even we ask the question why God allows coronavirus. Yeah, we have all kinds of questions. All right, and this is why I told you guys that this class is actually a great one. Come with questions, come excited. All right, so we will look at it, and then we look at the Christian God and other gods. All right, now we're going to look at now comparing other religions now. I stated earlier, all right, just like we have Christianity now, the person of Jesus Christ, and now we have other religions as well, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, right? And we have the atheistic view as well. How do they see lives, and just try to balance, and let us just reason together. All right, let us just reason together here. So, and after we have a good look of these different worldviews, these different religions, then a critical question, and it's a question that I ask myself as well all the time. we want to know, what does it mean to be human? All right. So that chapter we'll see in a two part. What does it mean to be human? I'll give you the Christian definition of what does it mean to be human. All right. And the second part, what does it mean to be human? Now we're going to look at other worldviews. What other religions? How did they see a human? Is it just another species? Right? Is man at the image of God? What is it exactly? Who are you? All right. What does it mean to be human? So we look at it, and that will be technically our last chapter. All right. So that at the end, when you look at your friend, when you look at people, what do you see in them? All right. That's the question. You know, when you meet people, for example, that are sick, what do you see in them? When you see people, for example, that are they have incurable diseases or genetic problems, people who cannot speak, people who are blind, people who are autistic, what do you see? Do you see the image of God, or do you see something else? As a young woman, as a young man, these are critical questions you need to ask yourself as you move forward, because we have all kinds of people in our society. Very, very critical that you ask yourself these honest questions. And these questions, only you have the answer. Only you have the answer. So it's going to be a great moment. The fourth week, like I say, exam preparation. I'm going to give you the time for you guys just to prepare and everything. And, and the last week, that will be our exam. So it's nothing really complicated here, but the class is just to give you like a foundational understanding of Christianity. At the end of the day, it's not going to be something really extraordinary. Very simple worldview of Christianity, of our Maker, our Creator, who just want to have a relationship with you. So just be open, and like I told you guys, you have my phone number, you have my email. Feel free to contact me from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. I will be more than happy to serve you. All right. So go through the material I will be sending to you guys this week before we meet. Hopefully, the online class will only be 2 weeks, because I can't wait to be face to face with you guys and getting these questions. But if for some reasons the coronavirus, we're not able to bring it really low to the point where we feel safe, then we'll find a way to have these live sessions, right? There are different medias that we can use for everybody to just be there, and we can all be online and having these discussions. So it's not impossible. I'm excited about this semester. I teach different classes, but this is the one I am the most excited to teach this year. So I hope you have a great time. In the meantime, hey, send me some questions. I thank you for your time, and hopefully I see you guys soon energized. Remember, don't live in fear. Don't live in fear. Everything should be all right. All right. So God bless you, and I'll see you guys next week.